Hiya, welcome to the Yoga Pantry with me, Tash, and I am back with my balls. Today you're going to need 4 of them. So 4 tennis balls and a sock. This is just 2 tennis balls in a sock, tied in a knot at the top. So you can either have that, or you might already have a fancy thingy-majingle at home that looks like that. You can also, if you really enjoy this and you want to make it permanent, masking tape it together. We're going to work our lower legs, but this is also lovely, just as your take-home tip, putting it just between the spine in the center, and you can lie on the back and roll up and down there, or do it up against a wall. It's lovely. But today, we're going to release the superficial front line and work into the sides of our legs as well. So it's going to be intense, but it's going to feel really, really good when you're done. Go ahead and find some tennis balls. First up, we're going to start with our tennis balls in the sock and your block. So if you have a block or a cushion, and if you don't have a block, it's no big deal, but we're going to place the tennis balls on the block. We're going to turn around and place the shin bone in there, and then you're going to roll it up and down. It takes a little bit of coordination, but eventually you get it going and it feels really good. You can press in or out. In as much as you like, down as much as you like. And if you feel one spot that's particularly juicy, just stay there. It's working that tibialis anterior. You can shift it, move up a little higher if you want to. See how that feels? Ooh, up by the knee. And so we're loosening up the fascia that might have got a little dried out, a little stuck. Keep working that. Breathe deep. Don't forget to breathe. Breathing is the magic. And so you can do that as long as you like. And then we can swap sides and hang out on the other side, maybe starting down low by the ankle first, seeing how that feels for you. That's not too bad on this side. Oh, I can feel though when I come up higher, it's going to be pretty interesting. Here we go. So the block just helps you get in a little deeper. And the beauty of the tennis balls is they are squishy. They give you a little bit of give. You don't want to go and chuck in some cricket balls or something like that in there. That's going to be really intense. Breathe deeply, especially if you're feeling that deep tissue massage going on there and it's intense. Ease off if it's intense. You don't have to make it super duper hard. Now, I did a hard out hip session a couple of weeks ago and my legs were so sore, and I did some yoga and I did some stretching and they were still really sore, and then I did these exercises and the next day, no soreness, no tiredness in my muscles at all. Magic. I also took some magnesium, which is always good for tired and sore muscles. So when you're pretty happy with that, we can put that aside, put the block aside for now, stretch out those legs, check it out, see how they feel, and now let's get into the side. So we don't need this for now. We will be coming back for our calf muscles in a moment, but let's work on the outside first. So what we're going to do is we're just going to work down from the heel, and you can use the floor and the ball just See how it feels. You can press into it, hang there, press, or move along. Press, move along, and move it up very slowly as you release that connective tissue. Wow, that is intense up here. Breathe into it. Now this, oh, ow, that is intense stuff. I'm going to have to work on this a little bit more later on, just all along that shin line. And if that feels too intense for you, you can always just use the ball and your hand and give it a little press in or a little rotation in, and you're just giving yourself a lovely massage. Breathe, press, see how it feels. You can work it along slowly, slowly, slowly up. And then when you're done, don't forget to do the other side. So whichever way you like, up and down, or just press. If you find a juicy spot, press into it. See how it's feeling. This side's not as bad as the other side, interestingly enough. And, of course, you can always do this. But this might be an awkward way to sit, so you just got to find what works for your body and not lose the ball. And then, you guessed it, we're going to come to the inside of the leg. I'm going to start down here by my heel, by my ankle. Slowly move it up. Breathe deeply. Wow. Yep, feeling that. Feeling that. Right up by my knees. Breathe. If you're feeling it a lot somewhere, stay there, breathe into it. Oh, wow. That's intense. It's kind of nice, though, to know that you can give yourself this self-massage. And you're in charge of the pressure as opposed to another person working on you. You know, you get a body worker and they're pressing in there and you're like, that's enough. And they're like, oh, no, a little bit more. And you're like, no, that's enough. I'm done. Thank you very much. Now, also, doing this is going to start to shift the energies. I got to do this a lot more. It's going to shift the energies, the toxins, the stuckness of that connective tissue. So you might feel a little nauseous. You might feel a little So make sure that after you've done this, that you take some nice deep breaths. Do it during as well. And then have lots and lots of water to hydrate and flush. And then maybe just go for a nice walk. A gentle walk in the sunshine if the sun is shining where you are. Of course, you can always do this with the ball instead of rolling it out like that. I prefer to roll it out like that because I can put more pressure, although I can put some pretty good pressure along here if I want to. And maybe not as much pressure along here where it is pretty tender for me today. Right around by my knee. I used to do swing dancing for years and years and years. And it did not do my knees any favors. I can tell you that. So moving up and down. Just seeing how it feels. You can do this while you watch TV. Breathe into it, get the whole family into it. And don't be in a rush. Take your time. You don't want to be like, I'm done. Because that's not really going to give you the benefits. Breathe deeply. Move it through. Inhale and exhale. Got the right top on today. And just see how that feels for you. And when you're done there, shake it out. Now we're going to move to our calf muscles. So we're going to bring our block back in, and we're going to bring this guy back in too. So you're placing one leg from the ankle on top and the other leg on top. And you can lie down for this one if you want to. Just let the weight hang out into it. So the leg up there is to create that weight, and this is actually quite lovely. But then you can start to move it a little bit more. See how that feels. Maybe rest down. And you can move it a bit again. See how it feels. Now when you've got your ball on your leg, that one that we just did, you can play with flexing the foot, pointing it, flexing it, rotating it in, rotating it out, inverting and everting. Slowly move up. And once we get into that calf muscle, the gastrocnemius, you might feel a bit more tightness going on here. You can just lie down. I kind of like to watch it. And let that move up slowly towards the knee. Breathe into it. Just see how that's doing for you. How that's going. How that's going. How is it going? Is it tight or does it feel okay? And then I kind of like to just have a little go at a little roll through, very slow one, just so I can see where the tightness is in my muscles and if it's referring anywhere, so that when masseuses talk about where's the pain referring to, sometimes they press in one spot and you just feel it zinging out to another place. That's the referral of pain, and that kind of gives you a little indication of what's going on. If it zings out, then you really got to work on it until you no longer feel it referring anywhere else. So there we are. Calf muscle 1 done. You can go on to the other side. Rest. You can lie down or you can sit up. Whatever allows you to get more weight into it. You can move through. See how it feels. Move it on through. Move it on through. I'm going a bit faster on this side, but you guys can always do this on your own and pause the video if you want to, or just do it on your own. And this side doesn't feel as... Oh, there we go. I just had some... Wow, there's some movement going on in my calf muscle. It's going clickety-clack, crunchity-crunch. Hello. Oh yeah, I was going to say this side didn't feel as bad. This side is worse. There's tightness. Look at my toes. My toes are like... Rah! Breathe. When you feel that juicy spot, stay there. Breathe into it. Okay, I don't even need to put the weight of my other leg onto it. It is enough. And then if you want to, you can move through. But on this side, it is intense. And my muscle is going gadunk. 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 Right. So then when you're done there, shake it out, and I promise you're going to feel so good after this. This next one's a little bit weird. For me, anyway. We got our 2 tennis balls, and we're going to put them in to the nooks of the knees, the back of the knees. and see how that feels. Tuck the toes if that feels comfortable, or have them flat. And you guessed it, we're going to try and sit back onto it. Now I can't sit back a whole lot. It becomes way too intense for me, and it feels like they're trying to pop out to the sides. Maybe they're not. That might just be my imagination. And just see. Now, a blocker might be handy if you want to lift a little higher and you can't reach the floor. Some people can sit right back on this one. I'm not that person. Maybe. And take your time. Breathe into it. You can check in, move side to side, and be gentle. Be kind to yourself. A couple more breaths. Wow. I'm not game enough to go all the way back because that's intense. And take that out. When you take it out, shake. Shake that synovial fluid into your knee joints. And we have one more. Just when you think it's done, we're going to have our 2 tennis balls again. And what we're going to do is we're going to be placing them between, on either side of our thigh, just above the knee. And you're going to place the first one down underneath you, just above that knee. You can lie down, see how it feels. And then the next one, place it there. Now you can just place your leg on top. Some people like to place a block on top of that ball and then the leg on top of the block. A foam block works better. This is a big fat cork one, so it's a little bit trickier to do. But having the foam block here on top of the tennis ball lets you press into it a little bit more, and you're going to breathe into it. You can lie down and relax. Breathe into it. See how that feels. And then when you kind of get used to it, you can start to bend. Take a little journey. Bend and straighten if you want to, or bend and tip the thighs in. Open them out. We're just getting a little movement. Hang out here for a few deep breaths. Yoga has done wonders for my knees. And now that I've found these exercises, I think that they're going to be even more happy and magicked up to full awesomeness. And then as we release from there, we'll go to the other side. So once again, pop that tennis ball just above the knee on the thigh. Whoa, I'm feeling this side already. I haven't even gone down. Hello. And then other tennis ball up the top. I feel that right in my knee. It's so weird. And my hip doesn't like it either. So down I go. Here we go. You can just rest the weight of that top leg down, and you could just rest here if this is like a lot. Oh, I'm so weird. I'm feeling it. Like my hip is bonier on this side. And then if you want to, you can start to bend. Ooh. And straighten. Bend. Straighten. And maybe bring those thighs in and out. In and out. See what you got. Have a little explore. Just getting a little massage. I'm just imagining that I'm a mermaid, swimming through the water and all is well. That feels good. But I know from experience that It will feel good afterwards. And that, my lovelies, is it. Shake it out. And sit. See how that feels. That feels so much better. I just love these things. They're great. So have a go at that. Enjoy having a play with these tennis balls. Do the foot one. Do the leg ones. And you will feel amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, and don't forget, you can do your back one too. Just between the spine and there. And you can sit into it. Gently roll it through. Gently roll it through. All the way up and down, or just sit into it. It's lovely. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Share this video with all your friends. Put it on all your social media because I want it to help everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me at the Yoga Pantry. Namaste.